for those that were not able to attend, we ran Transformative Impact Summit, and we'll talk more about this later. It was a wonderful event. Many of the folks in the room spoke at it. But part of what I wanted to highlight right now was the ecosystem map we've been developing. Amber spoke to this Excel spreadsheet where we've been keeping track of all the members of the Wisdom Council. But Vincent, who created this really robust platform, Catalyst, has developed this ecosystem map that I'd like to share. So this is one view that we can see of this ecosystem map, where we can see not only, who's working within this ecosystem, but what they're working on. We can filter by location to see who's working in what geography. We can look at who's working on which sector. We'll say SDG for now, although there are other, frameworks we could use. Some of us know that Vincent has developed a really robust evolution of the SDGs, the periodic table of impact, which has closer to 50 different metrics or sectors. And why this is important is, and I should mention actually, this is only one form. Oops. This is only one way to view these different, the data that's in our pool. So here's another where we can see one of our friends, Wendy, created this tapestry view, so we can see specifically who's working on what SDG in this case. Again, we could use other frameworks. And these different views allow us to see where folks are focused. And so what we'd like to do, so that we can maximize everyone's ability to be aware of who's in the room. And actually, Vincent volunteered to share a bit quickly. So Vincent, please, anything you want to share about the map before we get everyone to participate in it?
Sure, yeah. So the other view that we just finished last night is actually a geographical map. So yeah, when it comes to mapping, so obviously Elliot shared the, this is actually an integration with Kumu to show the connections between like people and their projects. But then also, I have this filtered right now. So yeah, we also have a start of a geographical map to see where people who are at the Transformative Impact Summit are located. And for all these different views, whether it's like the map, Pinterest gallery, or the tapestry, you can filter the information. So if you're looking for like an event or a project and you want to filter by, like everyone who's doing climate action, this helps you like narrow down a search. Or if I wanted to, look for Elliot on the map. And basically the other thing is if you are logged in, if you have a Catalyst account, then you get to kind of interact and have your own layer of information over this data. So if I wanted to like bookmark the Transformative Impact Summit event to check it out later, I can do that. And then you can add notes or comments as well. And I saw someone had a question in the chat about how to access some of the recordings and the chat notes from the event. So I just wanted to quickly share that, which is for anyone who was at the summit or who wanted to like replay it and review what came out of it. There's a button called Review Recordings, and we have the 6 different videos here. And then there's also the chat files and messages here. So you can filter by certain speakers. So like, I know John had sent me a message with his email. So you can like quickly and easily find messages that were sent to you or that you were interested in circling back on for the event. And then you could bookmark and favorite messages as well. So I can, like filter by all the ones that I favorited from the event. And then all the links are here as well. So there's so much like incredible content that came out of the 3 days. And yeah, so my role was trying to figure out how to help make it where we can circle back around that information, and instead of like always being on to the next thing, being building on top of the work that already happened. So I would definitely invite you guys to do the same and to check out the recordings and some of the incredible content that came out of the event, because even if you were there, it was hard to take it all in. So yeah, that's the main thing. And then Elliot is going to share a link to a form if you'd like to be on the map. And there are two main privacy settings. One is if you want to be on this public Transformative Impact Summit map, and the other one is if you only want to be visible by other members who are in the Wisdom Council.
I'm sorry, I missed that distinction. Could you clarify, please?
Yeah, so when you fill out the form, I will screen share so you guys can actually see it.
I just posted the link in the chat as well.
So you can choose to either hide or share your email with other Wisdom Council members. And then the additional layer is if you would like to be available like publicly to the ecosystem map that I just shared. This is the first option, and then shared with the Wisdom Council only. We'll make sure that the information here will only be seen if you're in the Wisdom Council. And so yeah, it might take a few minutes to fill out. And most of the information is optional, but of course, being able to like filter and have people find you, if you want to be on the geographical map, just adding a city and state is more than enough. And then your role, organization, which SDGs you're working on. I won't go into it, but if there's any questions, I'll be here, so let me know.
Thank you, Vincent.
A big round of applause coming from everybody on that chat. And doesn't always feel it on the Zoom, but everyone in this room is just so enthralled with what you've done. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Daniel. Yeah, we can thank you to everyone who spoke up in the chat. And yeah, you can see why we're so excited, why I'm so grateful to have Vincent's help planning for the event, and then to have that be something we were able to kind of capture people's or make it available for people to add themselves to the ecosystem map during the event. So we added in the link here. It would be great for everyone to add themselves at the same time. That's not necessarily the best use of our collective time. And so we are going to, if you want to be filling it out while we're on the call, feel free, but I'd also love for everyone to give each other your presence. But part of, one of the questions on the form, for me, the most important question, or one of the most important is, what do you need? What are the ways that the group can help you? And of course, important that we understand also, what can you offer? What resources can you offer to those in the room as well? But by having a tool like this, we can see for those, John Shull is not here at the moment, but he had a beautiful map of the ecosystems or eco projects across the world. And the idea is that if we can map out all of the impact efforts across the world, see what everyone needs, see how they can be helped. Of course, for many of it's finances, but for many of us, there's much more that is needed. And so the more we can leverage this awareness of who's doing what and who needs what, the more we can, again, amplify all the good that everyone is focused on.